Hi, it's Shahazain Abu, and I'm back with more writing tips. The first one is to read. Read every day. Every day. Read before you open your phone in the morning. If you start scrolling on your phone at 10, wake up at 9. Or read before you go to bed. Read every day. Reading will expand your vocabulary, it will expand you. But read every day. Find the time. Read on your lunch break. Find the time. Reading is important. I can't say enough about that, but do it. And you don't have to read a book a day. You don't have to read a book a week. If you read 3 paragraphs, I mean, more would be great, but if you read 3 paragraphs a day, then that's a start. But start somewhere and read every day. Anything. Anything. Read a novel. Read, I don't know. Biography. Read an autobiography. Read. I don't have to tell you what to read. You know what you're interested in. The other thing I'm going to say is, or the other tip I'm going to offer is, write when you don't feel like it sometimes. Because we have this thing where, I have to be inspired, Try writing as a release on those times that you don't feel like writing. You're gonna find a different side of your writing come out when you are in a particular mood. Maybe you're angry, maybe you're upset, maybe you are, use that as a way to calm down. And you're going to see something different in your writing. You're going to be less filtered, probably. You're going to rip out that sheet of paper and I don't care. I don't care. That's her name and that's what she did. And I'm going to write it. And that's going to be that, right? You don't have to publish it. You don't have to read it. You don't have to post it. But write it. Write every day. I say that all the time. Discipline will get you further, or will produce better results than your inspiration. I believe that. For some reason, we feel like art, our writing is the only area where you have to be in this euphoric state to produce. No other discipline do they say, do it when you're inspired, do it when you feel like it. Your training coach at the gym is not going to say, when you're feeling it, come on in and we'll do legs. They don't say that. They get in here. You want them thighs down? Or whatever trainers say. I don't know. I don't have one. But you got to get in there, right? So you got to get in there. What's the other one? The other tip is resist the urge to wrap up your poems and stories in a pretty bow. Resist that urge. Some stories don't end in a pretty bow. Some stories end with you or him or them walking off and they ain't never coming back. That's how some stories be ending, okay? Resist the urge to wrap it up in a pretty bow. Just let it end. You don't have to let it abruptly fall off a cliff, but it doesn't have to wrap up. Did your life wrap up like that in every situation? No. No, it did not, and you're still here, and you're still breathing, and you're okay, and your life is still going and going and going and going. It's still going. The story could just end. The story could end badly, and just because it doesn't end beautifully in a bow doesn't necessarily mean that it ended badly. It just ended not in the fairy tale. We grew up with fairy tales, and we're so used to having that fairy tale wrap up in our stories that here's another tip. sometimes when and first of all, I'm gonna pause here to say this. I have ended every video with, and yes, I do one-on-one coaching, and y'all have been calling. Shout out. So thank y'all. I'm gonna say this here. Sometimes when I hear poems, they are so like mysterious, and and the language is lovely and it's beautiful, but I don't know what it's about. And so sometimes I'll say, okay, well, explain this to me. Like, what is this about? And the explanations are more beautiful than the poem. Like that's where the poem is. So write the poem. After you write the poem, explain it out loud, like you are explaining it to your 65-year-old aunt. Why did I say 65? I said 65 because 65 is still young and cool. Yes, 65 is young and cool. 65 is young and cool, okay? 65 is still young and cool. 65 is still gonna get it. A 65-year-old auntie, you can use your little cuss words if you need to. And she gonna get it. But that 65-year-old auntie is not going to dive into the mysteries of your metaphors. She is not. So explain it like you're explaining it to your 65-year-old cool auntie. And see how that goes. See how that goes. Try it out. I'll be back tomorrow. I don't know, or the next day. Whenever I feel like it. I'm gonna be inspired. I'm gonna wait till I'm inspired. Have a good day, y'all. Yes, I'm available for one-on-one coaching. Holler at your girl. Peace.